So hi everyone, welcome back. So let's talk about database partitioning today. So database partitioning is a very good concept while learning system design. You should really focus on this part. So when I started learning database partitioning now, I found really useful how basically database scale, right? So it's very important to go through this topic. So let's go through this. Okay. So before starting about database partitioning, now let's talk about scalability, right? Why basically we do database partitioning? So that's a reason behind is scalability. So you've seen, right? When our database grows, our queries get very slow, right? Our when users fetch some data, right? They get very low response, right? Some sort of problems occurs, right? To handle that, basically we do scalability wala techniques, right? Where we add more servers to it so that our data gets more faster to the users, right? So to basically make our data faster, we do response faster, right? So basically we do some type of techniques that's called partitioning techniques, where we divide our data into some sort of forms, right? Where we can access our data faster with the help of queries and all sort of stuff, right? So yeah, let's talk about partitioning that way, right? Now you understood, right, what is scalability and why we did partitioning in the way. It's because we want to achieve scalability, right? That's the major reason. So yeah, let's talk about partitioning now. Okay. So to learn about scalability, I'll add the video in the description, right? You can go through it. Okay. So yeah, now let's talk about partitioning. So basically, partitioning is dividing of data in different forms. Okay. So we basically divided data in different servers to make our queries faster, and that right. That's why we do partitioning to achieve the scalability techniques. Okay. So our partitioning basically consists of two types: vertical and horizontal. Okay. So vertical partitioning, it's basically dividing data into different charts by columns, and in horizontal charting basically divide data by rows. So if you give an example, right? So here we have a table, right? Where customers table where we have four columns: customer ID, first name, last name, CD, and we have four rows, right? And as you can see, the vertical charts we have VS1 to VS1 and VS2, right? There are two vertical charting servers where we divide data of first name, last name, and customer ID in one shard, and the other one has CT and customer ID. So basically, customer ID is a reference here, okay, in both the charts. We divide data of first name, last name, and city. So if you want to get the data of customer ID one, we just sort of do joins, right? If you want the city of a customer ID one, we basically do sharding. If you want a combination of last name and city, we'll just do joins operation. We just do normalization techniques, okay? So here we get the data by using joins operations. So we need to access different nodes of server to get the data. But if we talk about horizontal sharding, here all data exists in that particular server, but when we query for a particular data, we need to point out at which node do we need to get data from. Okay, that's why we do horizontal sharding, where we divide data on some sort of columns or some sort of basically techniques. So we use different hashing techniques, or we do some basically use some algorithms to actually do some sort of basically sharding and all, right? So MongoDB also uses some sort of sharding techniques. If we just also do a real life example later videos of how sharding works in MongoDB. Okay. So here, if I talk an example, right? If you have CT call, right? CT column. Just talk about we have a country. Okay. Now we divide data by country. Like India's data resides in India server, or the New York's data resides in New York server. So we do sharding on the basis of the data. That's how basically sharding works, right? But there are also drawbacks of them. If we talk about transitional behavior, right? Here we will lose the transitional behavior where we cannot achieve the atomicity here. So there are different things we need to make. There are different trade-offs we need to make actually to basically think how a database should actually work or data should decide, right? So yeah, we'll be going through a lot of more things on this partitioning techniques. But yeah, surely in the next video we'll be talking about different algorithms of how horizontal sharding or the vertical sharding works. Okay. So yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you so much.